Hi everybody, and welcome back to Decisive Squirrel Homestead. I keep saying we're going to talk about tomato pruning, and I haven't done it yet. So we are here to prune some tomato plants today. The first thing you need to know about pruning tomato plants is you don't really have to do it. We never have before, actually. We've just let our tomato plants turn into big, huge, bushy vines. They always did still produce, but you can get a better harvest and a little bit more control in your garden if you do some pruning. The second thing you need to know is if you are dealing with determinate or indeterminate plants. So our garden has all indeterminate plants except for our romas, and you can see I have marked, maybe you can see I have marked all of our romas with big red tags so that I remember where they are in the garden, because those don't get pruned the same. So on determinate plants, you pretty much want to leave them alone. You just want to take off the suckers before the first set of blooms. So suckers are the little extra leaves that come out between the stem and the main branch. This main branch that comes off, those are sun leaves. That's what actually makes the food for your plant. These little suckers that are in between don't really do anything on your determinate plants. So everything that's below the first flower cluster, take those middle ones off. Your indeterminate plants, though, are a little bit different because those suckers can turn into basically another stem. They can make anything that the plant needs to make. And so you can train your plants to either have one leader, that's like the main stem that makes flowers and everything, or you could have 2 leaders, 3. Once you get up to 4 and more than that, you're just going to have a big unwieldy plant that's going to take up a lot of space and get a little crazy to get fruit from. Plants that are really packed with a bunch of leaves might also have more issues with disease from things splashing up from the soil and stuff like that. So we want to do a little bit of pruning on this plant here. It is an indeterminate plant. So I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to look for leaves that are touching the soil and go ahead and clip those off. These look pretty okay, so I'm going to leave them for now. I'm going to go up to the next level, and I have this sucker here. I don't really want that one there. It's still pretty low down on the plant. As the year goes on, that's going to be pretty close to the ground. So I'm going to take that one off. It's pretty skinny, so I can do that with my fingers. I just want to be careful not to tear the stem, so I don't want to rip. If I just grab this and rip over, I'm going to tear off the outside of the stem here. So I'm going to use my fingernails and just kind of pinch it and make sure that I leave just a tiny wound there that'll heal over really good. When I go up higher, you can see I've got a big sucker here. Now I could leave this to be my second leader, or I could clip it off. If I look in the back, I have another sucker back here. I think I want that one to go, and I'm gonna leave this one. So this is a little big. I can maybe get it with my fingers, but to be careful, I'm gonna use pruning shears to take that off. And the important thing with your pruning shears is to make sure they're clean. So you want to make sure that they're cleaned and sanitized so that you're not passing disease from plant to plant. And then I've never done it, but I hear that you can take these suckers and root them to make another plant. I don't need more plants right now, so I'm not going to do that right now. This plant over here has a few small suckers. I don't know if you can see the one on the side back here. And then this bigger one, I will probably leave to be another leader for the plant. So I'm going to take these smaller suckers off, get rid of those. And I'm also going to get rid of these tiny little leaves down here at the bottom. Those aren't going to do anything except pick up diseases from the soil. So there's no point in having those there. It just helps things move up the plant. This one doesn't really need to be there either. It's too low down to do much of anything. The rest of that I'm gonna leave for right now. As the plant gets bigger, I'll continue watching for suckers and take those off as need be. This plant over here has a huge sucker that's coming up from way down at the bottom of the plant. I don't really want that there. That's too far down. It's too close to the ground for me. So that is huge. I should have taken it off earlier. I just didn't notice it was there. But you can see how it looks different. So you have your main sunleaf branch here, and these suckers come straight up, and the leaves look a little different on them. So that's how you can tell the difference. If, like on this one, you can't see the leaf down at the bottom. There probably was one there originally before I transplanted it into the ground, but you plant tomatoes deeply, so you can't see it now. But I am going to cut that off. And obviously that one's going to take pruners, and I'm going to try to be pretty close to the ground with it. The rest of this plant looks pretty good. I have some grass down there I need to pull. There's a few little leaves way down here at the bottom that can come off. This leaf down here, you see how there's already some spots on it, and these leaves are turning brown. That doesn't need to be there. That's probably just bringing up some disease that I don't want around. And all of these leaves that look a little bit sketchy that I think might have some disease to them, those are going to come completely out of the garden. I don't want to leave them here to spread disease to other plants. If I work my way up this plant, I don't really see anything else that needs to come off. There's some little itty bitty teeny tiny suckers that are starting, but I'm gonna leave those for just a little bit so they're easier to get without damaging the rest of the stem. And that is all there is to tomato pruning. I continue to watch throughout the year and take off any little suckers as they come up. Once I decide what my 2 or 3 leaders are going to be, those are the only ones, and all the other suckers come off. That will leave the plants a little bit more spaced out so they're not so crowded. They're not too heavily burdened with disease that way because they get airflow. And they will climb up this cattle panel trellis for us so that we can have space to see all the tomatoes and harvest everything as it comes out. That's all. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.